good one on tap in the AFC South. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With my partner, Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. And off we go from Jacksonville. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
That lane closes quickly, a pickup of 3. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. They put Strange in motion. 2nd down, Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of the
job down there to hold them to a short return. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Brings up 2nd and
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Gets us for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Ward. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
What did this defensive play caller tell us all week, Mike? They wanted to come out and set the tone of this game, dictate the terms of how this game would be played, and man, through the first drive here, boy, have they ever.
On fourth down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. Parker Washington awaits for the Jaguars. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Jaguars offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Tavondre Sweat there on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Titans offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 4-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap for Wolf. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
It's one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve at.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. This one downfield for Okonkwo. Big connection there. They get all the way near midfield on that one. A big play after being backed up. 45 yards.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
At the 43-yard line, it's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action, it's Ward. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Third and 2. Ward. Wolf forward. A gain there of 11. First down for Tennessee.
11. And the Titans, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Titans.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On play action, it's Ward. Off he goes. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. Titans football here to start quarter number 2. 21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. As we are ready to get back underway. Just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions. And I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That'll be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Ward. Downfield. It's all matter. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
It's a gain of 20.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
36-yard line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
From the gun, here's Ward. That one incomplete. Good job. Pittsburgh there separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Ward. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. No gain on the count.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now here's Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That is caught by Washington. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play for Jacksonville. That goes for 58.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. The question now, will the play stand? You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That's how you strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Up the middle, here's ETN. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 11 brings up 2nd and 4.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Jacksonville. After this timeout, here comes 2nd and 4. In motion is Myers. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And he'll take it on in. Weston straight. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars move out in front by a point. It's 7-6.
Titans 6.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals. Mike, they love to rush the passer. They have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Ward. Now he'll air one out. He's got it. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Titans are in the lead by the score of 13-7.
Jaguars 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jags offense ready for this next possession. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
They'll work now on second and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. Going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until half. Set to go now on first and 10. Lawrence now. Got a man. It's Thomas.
Lawrence's pass complete to number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Titans' 38-yard line.
Second down, Lawrence. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
For the field goal, a 55-yard attempt.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
Before every game, we see these kickers. They have a very set and clear routine. We're down there on the field a lot of the times when they're working through it. They start in close, and then they work their way progressively back towards midfield. They end up taking the last couple kicks right around the logo, and that routine certainly paid off here.
Clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
first down. Ward. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W.
Cam Little to kick
3
off for
points,
the
all that
Jaguars.
separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. Jim Ray DK now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Ward. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer, so it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day, and I think these two might have a really bright future together, and the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
Short one there to Okonkwo. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Titans first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Then we're back to Pollard on first down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Shotgun snap for Ward. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. And that is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
best
42-yard
offensive
line.
play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. To the left side, it is caught by Miles. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up third down.
Here's third down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On the handoff is Etienne. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Here's 2nd and 2. We'll try left side with Etienne. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Third down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll run for it with ETN. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold of it. He got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
And it was probably a little bit closer than they would have preferred, but the decision to go for it pays off as they get just enough to extend this drive.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. This one on the 4.
Complete to number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Now they operate from back at the 9, and it's third down and goal. They put Strange in motion. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. For the lead, here is third and goal. Throwing is Lawrence. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Jaguars. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
17. Titans 13.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense getting set to get back to work.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's caught by Van Jefferson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Ward. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do. They go play action for Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. This runs straight ahead for ETN. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Once again, it's ETN. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 40-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This one complete to Washington. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And this one online, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. play fake. Now Ward to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed. So give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy. And
after the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now it's Ward. The second down throw is incomplete.
this is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and walk back. I mean, there was enough space there to get the first down. I know the ball takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your first foot down, drag the second. That's how they teach it, and just can't quite get it done.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. ETN now on 1st and 10. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it once more with ETN. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Myers. And the Jags are going to be set up. 1st and goal. He is down at the 6.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run it here with ETN. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Again, they give it to ETN. And he will power his way into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, That should all but just seal this victory away.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
27, Titans 13.
Now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
There's Okonkwo open left side. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down. Gun, Ward. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down for Tennessee.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Tennessee. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Tries extra point, up and good. And the Titans will cut the deficit to 7.
Titans 20.
The timeouts are gone, so this becomes a must. They're going to line up for the onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.